Hello and welcome to Fiercely Marcy. I'm Marcy and I'm here again to do the shuffle. So yeah, I hope you're having a great week. I hope you're developing some good self-care skills and habits because it really does, when you do, you'll find it really does it makes life better. It makes it easier. If you listen to yourself. And I'm really into intuitive living. I want to be heart led. I want to be led by my intuition. I want to pay attention to it because I'll tell you what, especially when it has come to big decisions, listening to my gut, listening to my intuition, to my heart has never steered me wrong. I can't think of a time when I'm like, oh, I thought, my intuition was telling me, and then that really blew up in my face. No. So sometimes it can take us a minute if we're not used to living that way. It can take us a while to discern the difference between the mind, calling the shots. Because it's a feeling kind of thing to listen to your heart and your intuition and your gut. But we all can do it. We've all got the inner GPS system, especially designed just for us. So, and okay, so let's get down to business and draw. Gonna draw 3 cards this time, just right off the bat. Draw 3 cards. I want you. I think this one. I'll go with this one. Okay, let's see what we got. I'm just doing it for funsies. I'm not, this is not some big spiritual whatever thing. Just going by what I feel, just going by what I feel. So, although, even sometimes when we think, oh, I wasn't even trying to be spiritual or, anything kind of special, sometimes we will say things and it really hits another person and they're like, wow, I really needed that. So you just never know. You don't know. Just be there. Just show up, Especially, it's important that we show up in our own lives. Like, pay attention. How are you feeling? How's your body? Okay, so this one says, asking for more good in my life isn't going to deprive someone else. There's plenty for everyone at the table of life. Be honest, speak up. What do you want? I love to be reminded of this because sometimes I get, and it's not like a regular thing for me, but I get kind of whiny because I'm just frustrated that I'm not, because I want this and I want that and so, but what I will catch myself doing is complaining about all the things that I don't like and I don't want, and I don't like this and I don't want that. And all this fear starts building up like, what if that, So it's really good. And I have being, shifting to the spiritual side of things, I have felt like the spirit prompting me in my heart, like, tell me what you do want. Tell me that. Tell me what you do want. Now here, I'm going to ask you a question. If I come up to you and say, hey, what do you want? I'm making dinner. What do you want? Name it. You're like, oh, anything? Okay. I'm kind of in the mood for a cheeseburger and a milkshake. And I'm like, you got it. Okay. Did I ask you that question because I wanted to know, because I wanted to give you the thing? Yeah. So, if the universe or source, whatever, the creator, whatever your thing is, whoever your truth teller is, it's your business, not. But for me, I know, like I thought about that. I was like, oh, tell you what I do want. Wait a minute. You want me to tell you what I do want? Does that mean because you're going to help me get it? What? So I just want to remind you that you're loved. You don't have to believe the way I believe. That's not the point. you're just loved, okay? I'm here making these videos and being kind of goofy sometimes because, first of all, that's how I am, but also I'm here because I want to be helpful. I know some things. I don't know everything. No, I don't. But I want to be helpful. I've learned some things that I believe can help other people. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to just show up and put it out here and see what happens. So be honest about what it is you really want. And even write it down on Post-it notes and stick it around places to remind yourself that you are loved. It also reminds your brain, oh, that's what we're working towards. You know, you can get stuck if you get stuck in fear and all you can focus on is all the stuff you don't like. And I don't like this, and I don't like when they do that, and I don't. But if you start putting up in front of yourself all the things you want, I want my household to be peaceful. I want my relationships to be healthy. Okay, this is telling your mind every time you see it, your brain is like, oh, right. That's our focus. Okay. All right. I was getting tripped up over. You're right. This is the focus. That's why we do affirmations. That's why we do them. Not because I'm going to say these magic words. It's going to be like a spell and then suddenly. Okay. No, that's not how it works. The reason we do it is to train our brain. It's to help focus our mind on what it is we do want. And to be thankful, that's the other key. Gratitude changes your attitude in the best ways, And you realize, you know, I don't always get what I want, but things always do work out for me. Now there's a nice mantra for you. That actually is my mantra. It has been for years. It really, you know, words don't mean anything unless you stop and think about what you're saying. So that's all I'll say about that. Okay, this one says, this card, another card, says, you are imperfect. You are wired for struggle, but you are worthy of love and belonging. That's a Brené Brown quote. I love Brené Brown. She is a researcher of shame and vulnerability and courage. And I have learned a lot reading her books and just listening to her. She did a TED Talk. She did a Netflix documentary thing. It was like a TED Talk, sort of, kind of. Anyway, yeah, she's really great. If you've not heard of her, if you've not read anything of hers, she's worth listening to and reading. So think about this. You are imperfect. Me too. We all are. You are wired for struggle. You're made for this life. You can do it. And even though you're imperfect and you're wired for struggle, you are worthy. You're still worthy of love and belonging. So that's pretty powerful. That's a good truth. And it's meant for you. It's meant for you. Okay, one more, and then I'm out of here. I am at the right place, doing the right thing at the right time. I'm not late for anything. And that is also a good one for me. That is a good one. Just because of some thoughts, rolling around in my head recently. I am at the right place, doing the right thing at the right time. I'm not late for anything. That, my friends, is an affirmation. It's a favorite affirmation of mine. I've dealt with a lot of anxiety in my life in the last decade, especially because I left my ex back in 2014. And that was a emotionally and verbally, mentally abusive relationship. And I had been in that for so long that coming away from it and unraveling sent me, I really, it was rough. It was a rough couple of years. But it was the best thing I ever did for myself. Break free. And I knew I needed to learn to think differently because I needed to create a healthy life for me and to be mindful of how I was interacting with others so that I didn't fall into the same traps again. and of putting up with things that I never, ever should have put up with. So, yeah, anyway, I love it that we can heal our lives and we get to choose. We get to choose how we think and how we respond to things. And when we make those thoughtful decisions about how I really want to handle this, it brings a lot of peace. It opens us up to joy, and it's just empowering, to feel like, like I've said before, that's that old song, I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never going to keep me down. Yeah, or like the Sia song, Unstoppable. So anyway, I send you much love. I wish you much joy. And I hope you'll join me again for another episode of Do the Shuffle. Okay. Have a good one. Bye.